I thought it's water.
No,
It's land,
labor and entrepreneurship. Or management.
All management. Yeah. Welcome back again. This is agronomist Fred. Our visitor today, export consultant agronomist Eric, and we are getting it direct from the farmer and from the expert. So, niko fia mbili, the farmer and the expert. So, we've already now gotten the market. For those who have not watched our first video on the introduction of the export market, go back, watch, so that we can be at par and so that we can be able to get the full story and be able to connect. So now, I'm a farmer, I've already gotten the market. And according to the terms and conditions of the market, it's me to get all the inputs. Whatever I've gotten is the signing and everything. The pricing, we have agreed on the pricing, and the pricing is appealing. It's inviting. So I'm here as a farmer. Now I need to get to the farm. Remember, the company didn't give me what I was to use in the farm. Now it's me to go and get all these input. So where do I start?
Okay, the first stage.
Yes.
You have the farm. That's why you are going to look for the market. Because you have the land.
Yes.
The second thing, you must know the source of the water.
Source of water.
Yes, because you know, in agriculture it's land, labor, and the entrepreneurship.
Land. I thought it's water.
No,
it's land,
labor and entrepreneurship.
Or
management.
All management.
Yes.
That's where expertise comes in now.
Yes. So when you are talking of land, for your produce to grow,
yes,
you need the land.
Yes.
That is the soil and water. That is the first step. The second step,
yes,
you must have the right seed.
The right seed.
Yes. Land preparation, you must know. Okay, before you come to the land preparation,
yes,
you know you have the first fertilizer.
Yes.
Because when you're planting, you are starting alive. Feeding starts the moment you sow. The
very moment you sow, you start alive.
You start alive. So feeding starts. So you must be very keen. That's why you need water and the first fertilizer or the first feeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
So talking of seed, because I remember in a conversation we had just the other day, you are talking of there are different seed variety or seed requirement that produces different quality. Because I think in my contract there is a quality that I'm supposed to deliver.
Yeah.
Like you talk of, can you kindly remind me or take me through the qualities, the fine and the extra fine you are talking about? Then is this or is there a variety that will give me extra fine? Is there a variety that will give me this kind of requirement that the market needs, or what am I going to do?
Okay, we have different varieties.
Yes.
To give you different qualities.
Okay.
For example, you have talked of extra fine beans.
Yes, yes.
Mostly,
yes,
like in this region, in this region of Kirinyaga, we do Samantha. For extra fine beans.
Is that a variety called Samantha?
That's a variety called Samantha. They also do a variety like vanilla.
So
and there are so many other varieties.
Okay. You said Samantha produces extra fine.
Yes.
And now, what for a farmer, for a layman farmer or a layman to understand, what is extra fine?
Okay, we say diameter of 7 millimeters.
7 millimeters.
Yes.
Talking of 7, let's assume this is the bean.
Yes.
Though it's a leaf. So the diameter is the wing, is the thickness of this.
The thickness. When you do.
When
you cut you do a cross section. Eh?
Yes. Cutting it into two this way.
Yes. The distance from one side to the other, that's the diameter.
The diameter. Yes. So it's supposed to be 7 millimeters.
7 millimeters. That is extra fine.
That's extra fine.
Yes.
What about fine?
Okay, we have another variety, fine. We do from 8.5.
8.5.
Yes.
And okay, continue.
We have super fine. It's in between extra fine and super fine.
So we have fine,
Super fine,
and extra fine. Which is the best? Which fetches the good money in the market?
Okay, as I said, it depends with your market.
So the market is the one to specify.
Yes.
If they want super fine, I'm going to produce super fine for them. If they want extra fine,
you do extra fine.
Extra fine for them.
Yes.
If they want fine, they get fine.
They get fine.
Is there any market that takes super, extra, and fine?
Of course there is.
Yes.
Yes, there is. Because sometimes you see, even the extra fine varieties,
yes,
sometimes go up to fine.
Okay.
The fine varieties have extra fine. So you cannot be able to restrict to maybe a certain quality, quality attribute. But the percentage, maybe they say around 75% should be the required quality.
The required quality.
Yes, if it's about diameter, about the color, about the length, so at least 75% of what they require.
Yes.
But mostly you see like extra fine, in most cases, fetches better prices than the fine. In most of the markets.
Yes.
But as I said, it depends with the market.
Extra fine, extra money.
Yes.
And these standards of fine, extra fine, and super fine, is it standard specifically for French beans, or we have other products that face the same standard or are subjected to the same standard?
Okay, every product has its own specifications.
So when you go to avocado, there is nothing like extra fine and
no
fine.
Extra fine and fine. Yeah. So every product has its own specifications.
Yes.
You see? So in avocado you see you hear about size 8, size 12, 16.
So in avocado it's sizes.
It's about sizes. In maybe in butternuts, you still have sizes. In like broccoli, you'll see you hear of like tipping, something with different specs.
What about now?
And because it depends with the customer.
Oh, the customer specification.
Yes, the customer.
And because you are doing both French beans and baby corn. Now, what are the standards of baby corn?
Mostly baby corn we harvest before the silk dries off. In the first, baby corn at 16 days, the baby corn it gives we call it the shoot. The corn itself, the so-called the baby corn. The baby corn, that is. So before the silk, I hope before the silk, after the silk comes out, before it dries, that's the time to harvest. Okay. At that time, you'll see it's not sinded, it's not over mature. Some characteristics you hear of spongy. So that's the perfect time to harvest. Okay. When the silk is still soft. Yes.
Good. Now, back to French beans now on still farming. Now we get the variety. You told me that the variety will produce according to the standard the market is in. Now when you come to the farm now, what makes you know that this variety is mature to harvest? What judgment or what characteristics farmers look at to know that the French beans are mature?
The first day is the duration from planting to harvesting. The moment you plant, I've planted in date 1. After 45 days, I'll be harvesting. That's the first determinant.
So you're telling me French beans takes 45 days to the market?
Yes, 45 to 50 days you're in the market.
You're in the market?
Yes.
That when you start harvesting, or that when you just complete harvesting?
That's when you start harvesting. So another thing, after that you come and scout your beans. See whether the ponds have attained the market size.
The extra fine, fine, and the super fine.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
That's the second determinant.
Yes.
Another thing, from your records.
Yes.
You know, as a farmer, you must keep records.
Yes, yes.
You must also be able to determine whether it has cleared of all the chemicals that were applied.
In export market, there is a specific product that we're supposed to use, or I can just use any other product in order to grow them.
No, every customer has what we call a PPU.
PPU.
Yeah, or in a better language, you can call it a pesticide application record. Let us call it like that for better understanding.
Yes.
But PPU is proposed pesticide usage form. But so that's what you, as per the customer specification, that's where you determine the chemicals to use as per the problem that you are encountering. Maybe the pests.
That's where now an agronomist is needed.
That's where we need the management, the agronomist.
Yes. Now, after first harvesting or when you start picking your beans, for how long are you going to harvest for the French beans varieties?
Still depends.
If it's managed well, or just a farmer who is not an expert but can be able to acquire some few skills and manage them well. So how many weeks are you going to harvest, or for how long are you going to harvest the French beans?
Okay, still it depends with the regions and depends with the weather. Especially here, when give example with Kirinyaga, we go like 4 harvests. That is around 2 weeks because we harvest twice a week.
Okay.
Like 4 harvests.
Yes.
I've been in a region like Nyeri. They could go up to 8.
Eight harvests.
Yes. So it depends still with the weather, prevailing weather conditions, and maybe the variety.
Okay.
Yes.
And now talking of the duration of, you said 4 harvest or 4 harvesting 4 times in one region, and another region it's double, which is 8 times. And there is a target per acreage. Like for example, how much can a farmer target, or what is the requirement production per acre?
Okay, mostly we target a minimum of 3 tons.
3 tons.
But depending the same with the region and the feeding and the management and the variety, sometimes you go up to 5 tons. Now my question is, the 3 to 5 tons.
Yes. Can the farmer who is harvesting 4 times be able to get these 4 tons, or 3 to 5 tons?
Yes. Even normally, 3 tons is the minimum. If you have done 3 tons, at least you have done the best. If you are below 3 tons, you are below average. Yes. So at least 3 tons is when you can say you are in French beans business.
And is there a miracle that a farmer who is harvesting 4 times can produce more than the farmer who is harvesting 8 times? Is there a miracle there?
Mostly, as I've said, it depends with the regions. Mostly in cooler regions.
Let's say now in this region, a farmer who harvests for 4 times, and in other regions of Mount Kenya, the other farmer who harvests 8 times. Can the 4 times farmer produce more than the 8 times farmer?
Sometimes it happens. I've seen it happen sometimes. Because mostly what you see, when you have, especially in Kirinyaga, because of the weather conditions, it's a bit warm in Kirinyaga. So the production, they produce a lot within a very short period of time.
Okay.
In Nyeri, you harvest small quantities for a longer time. So that's the difference. So in Nyeri, you can be harvesting in 1 acre. For example, in Kirinyaga, you can harvest 1 ton. In Nyeri, 1 acre, in 1 harvest, you can do around 500.
Yes.
Because it's a bit cool. But you harvest for a longer time. So you can find a farmer in Kirinyaga doing better than a farmer in Nyeri, even with this with difference
in harvesting period.
In harvest period.
Good. Now, that's very interesting, and very interesting to the farmer also, to me, to know that. Now, after harvesting, you said of the standards of the fine and the extra fine.
Yeah.
When I harvest in my farm, do I just pack them in one container and say this is extra fine, or I must grade them in order to know which is extra fine and fine variety or pots?
What happens?
Yes.
Most of the exporters provide somebody to guide you about the quality and the specifications. So what they do, when you are harvesting, there is somebody to tell you this is extra fine, this is fine. This is how we arrange it. These are the containers for the extra fine. These are the containers for the extra. So it depends. So arrangements and how you grade them, you'll be guided. If you have a serious exporter, let me call him serious exporter.
Yes,
because there are some those who are not
very serious.
Yes.
So most of the exporters and most of the guys who are exporting, they have the agronomist. Also, they have the quality controller team.
Yes.
So the farmer will not be worried about the agronomy support or the quality of the product.
If you have the right market, you don't have to worry about that. Yes. Even about the chemical application, most of the time they provide technical assistance.
Okay.
So you have an agronomist coming to check, guiding you on the chemicals to use, so that you can, if you are even also a serious farmer, you should not go wrong.
Okay.
Yes.
Now, on the last section of grading and everything, for the farmer now, do we have specific days that we harvest, or I can just harvest any other day and take it to the company that is buying my product? Just like tomatoes, the way you can pick any other day and take it to the market. Do we have specific days? Do they have specific days, or just when they are mature, I can just harvest? Because the maturity period of this farmer cannot be the maturity period of the other farmer.
Okay, it depends still with the exporter and how you have planned yourself. The agronomist for that company will be able to guide you on how to do it. Mostly we do twice a week. For the companies who harvest on Mondays, they harvest Mondays and Fridays. Some harvest Tuesday, Saturday. Some harvest Monday, Thursday.
Okay.
So it depends with your exporter and how they. But most at least they arrange twice a week. Harvesting twice a week.
Okay.
Yes.
Now another question came in, and I'm going to take you back now to the planting, because of the schedule or the duration of harvesting. Now, during planting, do we have a planting calendar, or I can wake up tomorrow and decide I'm going to plant for this company? Do you have a calendar that this is the date we are supposed to plant as we time for this day of harvesting, or how does it go?
As I told you, you should be very keen before you get to farming.
Yes.
Otherwise, you perish. When you are signing the contracts,
yes,
also insist of a planting program.
Okay. So the
production program.
The contract comes with the production program plus the planting program.
Exactly. We need 2 tons every week or 3 tons every week.
Yes.
That is the contract. So when you are doing your farming, you know the market you are targeting and the volumes you are targeting to sell.
Yes.
So from day one, you can be able to do your calculations, whether you are doing business or you are not. So very important, when you are signing the contract,
yes,
know what you are going to produce.
Okay.
You can't go and say, I have a contract, so I am planting now.
You can
so
wake up.
I will plant 10 acres today. After 1 month, I will plant half an acre.
So there is a protocol planting, the same
Exactly.
way we have a protocol of harvest.
Yes.
You've heard it from the expert, and we are not done yet. We have another section where we'll be hearing more from the expert, learning more from the expert. Make sure you like, you leave a comment, you share, invite other farmers to continue subscribing to this channel and following us and learning from us.